All right, well, fam, welcome to this edition of the NFT Mining Initiative. I am your host, Show. Most of you already know that, but for those of us who are listening on Twitch and who will be listening and watching on YouTube in the future, hey, what's up? What's going on? You can always say hi to me. We have these live art creation sessions happening all the time in the Discord server, and you are more than welcome to come through and chill, watch, and say hello. Now that we got that out of the way, I would like to introduce. Well, wait. Actually, let me just be real here. Before I introduce this guy right here, hold on.
Yeah.
Before I introduce this guy, he's super eager there. I mean, actually, he doesn't really need an introduction. You know, he is one of the most well-known people in our space, and that is a big deal because there's a lot of people in our space now. But this is a guy who literally needs no introduction because he's everywhere. He has his hands in all the things, known by everyone, respected by everyone. Yes, our stream text channel is blowing up right now because they know who I'm talking about. They know who I'm about to bring to the stage. You know, no one. The skill level is out of this world. He's like LeBron level in the crypto art space. So please let me introduce the one, the only Skeenee. Skeenee, welcome, man. Welcome to the whale community. What is going on, brother?
Holy shit, what an introduction, man.
Hey, man, come on. You know, it's you, man. It is you.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for that, guys. Wait, I'm going to put my stream on, no?
Yeah, y'all. Yeah, he wants you to look at him. He wants you to see.
Come on.
he wants to show off the good looks in the studio. You know.
Jesus Christ! Why an introduction, man? Come on, I should come here more often.
Dude, I mean, yeah, cheers, man. I mean, honestly, like you're a trailblazer, you know, in our space. Even though we know that this is like the beginning of this whole revolution that we're on and we're all engaged in, you're one of the luminaries, man. You know, like your name is one of the names that people drop when they talk about this thing, you know. So
thank you.
yeah, man.
That's cool.
So
well,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
So, dude,
I have a tendency to interrupt. So, yeah, do it again.
it's the excitement. It's the excitement. Yeah. What is it about Madrid, Spain, though, that churns out all these awesome artists?
I don't know, man. It's just we're chill here. We like our beer. We like to chill in terrace. It's hot most of the time, so yeah, people don't they're not too stressed, so that allows us to concentrate on what we like. Or family or art.
Yeah. I mean, it must be. I mean, warm weather, right? Like you can just chill and relax. Like no one wants to create, you know, digital art when it's like freezing outside. You know?
Exactly.
But
and I'm Belgian, and I'm used to the rain and stuff. So since I moved here, it was a life change for me.
Oh wait, so you're originally not from Madrid?
No, I'm not Spanish, man. I am a Belgian. Yes, you can hear it from my shitty accent.
What? For those of you that don't know, but now you know. What? That is crazy, mind blown. You know, but that's what's up. That's cool. So, and you speak multiple languages.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, in Belgium, we got to speak at least 3 languages to get a job in Burger King. So I speak, 4 languages. It's crazy.
Well, here in America, you don't need to really speak that well in order to have a job in Burger King, man. But
yeah, it's a crazy country. That's why I don't live there anymore.
I feel you, man. Yeah. Oh, so the first thing people are really noticing about what we're looking at right now. Oh, just everyone, please direct your attention to Skeenee. He is streaming live. If you aren't already, if you're only just looking, you can definitely take a look at him, his dope glasses, his awesome setup, the burnt orange paint in the back. You love it, dude. You love it. And, yeah. This is the great thing that I like about this though is that every artist needs their sanctuary. You know, you need the perfect place in order to create the awesome things. And Skeenee is one of these people. He has it both in real life and in world too. Um, Speaking of in world though, in the metaverse, how many different studios or galleries do you have?
Dude, I can count. I don't know. I was lucky to jump in the like to discover CV more than a year ago, man. So when I first logged into that place, I was like, fuck, man. I was blown, man. I saw the potential of it straight away, and I was lucky enough to be able to buy a shit ton of parcels for almost nothing, man. I think at the time they were worth I don't know 20.25 ETH, and ETH was super low at the time. So I stacked up, and I think I must have 4 or 5 galleries up now, and I'm working on a massive complex called the Crypto Art Hub. That's gonna come later.
Oh, wait. There's a lot to unpack there. I kind of felt something in my chest when you said that you got all those crypto voxel parcels for point two, and the fact that ETH was super low. It's like, oh man, like right now, if anyone knows the market, at least the floor on CV parcels is way up there. You can double
That's
check,
crazy.
but yeah, so it's like a big deal now, and just like Skeenee told you, he was one of the first to really. I wouldn't say have parcels, but more like one of the first amongst us to really establish themselves and make crypto voxels really a hub, a cool place for artists to come to. Like it was the fact that Skeenee was cool and well known by himself already, and then he added that clout to crypto. He doesn't like when I'm complimenting him, but yeah, it's like he added that
Go
clout.
ahead.
he he added that clout to the space, you know. So yeah, and because of that, a lot of people really followed his lead on that. So that was pretty dope. The other thing is, wait, so you said crypto art hub, so it's gonna be a major parcel.
Yeah, it's basically 8 very large parcels that I joined together to make a massive like art museum. Basically, I think I can host hundreds of artists in there. But yeah, the problem is like it's so big that CV cannot deal with it yet. But Ben's working on it, so soon I'll be able to release it.
Yeah, let's cross our fingers and hope that that works out on Ben Nolan's side, because we definitely
I,
need that.
He's a genius, man. He'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I agree. All right, man. Let's shift gears a little bit. We can actually, there's something I'm curious about taking a look at. And this may kind of tie into your history as being a tattoo artist. You tend to do a lot of sketches, right? So
Yeah.
you tend to work with your hands a lot, and like, and does that normally start with a sketchbook, or how does that process come about?
Well, all my projects start with this shit, man. It's a little crappy notebook that I have in my pocket all the time, and that's where all my ideas start from. Like it's just when I have an idea, I just draw like quickly a little thumbnail, a sketch of what it could be, just to explore it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really shitty drawings, actually. Man. I mean, I'll try to actually use my multi-camera to show you. No, it's like the 10-second drawing that probably only I can decipher. But yeah, there you go. I don't know if you see. This is basically the beginning sketches from my upcoming NFT mining piece.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody get that. Basically, it's called Whale to the Moon, and it's gonna be flocks of whale skeleton flying to the moon in the same style I did lately. You know, like same style as my crypto the skeleton, which is the style of like the fanzine, gravzine of my childhood. So very cheap magazine that were sold at low edition in the street, done in screen print. So I'm trying to emulate that style in my upcoming pieces. So a bit trashy, punky, animated, of course.
Is that normally something that you've been doing already, where you would sort of revisit the past and pull ideas and concepts that weren't fully fleshed out, and then try to do it now, or is this something that you're
Yeah,
currently trying to tackle?
I take I introduce any influence I can in my art. The thing is, like before, I was limited by the medium. In crypto art, I can do whatever the fuck I want, man. mixed animation with old school Brazil look. I mean, there's no limitation to what can be done. So I guess, yeah, all those influences are coming back, and I'm trying to introduce them all in my art. And I hope it's gonna work. But you guys seem to like it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think that it works. You know, they so much so that they're willing to spend a couple ETH on your
That's
things. You
awesome.
know.
I'm so grateful for that, man. It's been a life-changing experience to discover crypto art. I don't have to. I love tattooing, but most of the time I'm doing the design that people want. I cannot do my own thing, and now I can do whatever I want, and it sells. So that's the coolest shit ever, man. I love it.
Yeah, many people in the space know that you're a tattoo artist, obviously. So I'm not gonna really go over that again, you know. But I want to touch on how tattooing really translates to some of the things that you've recently released. If I'm not mistaken, you've released like the first tattoo skin art in CV. Is that correct? Correct me if I'm wrong there. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, the voxel. Yeah. Fuck. I forgot
yep.
about that. Actually,
Yeah,
so
dude, wow, that was super innovative. Like no one was doing that, right? Like
that's good. Actually, like this T-shirt is one of the tattoo design that I've made a wearable voxel of. And
wow.
the thing is, like, they're not only I have them, and a few of my friends too. And I think I owe one to Easy, but yeah, I forgot to get it to him.
Easy is actually in the stream text channel right now. Easy, is that true? Is he
Yeah,
telling
I owe him one. I'm sorry.
he say yeah. He say yeah.
Dude, the gas prices were insane, and I forgot to do it, but I'll get to it. Don't worry, man.
Yeah, seriously. The crazy thing about that is that mesh interoperability isn't currently available in CV. So the fact that you found a workaround right now in the early stages speaks highly of you and your ability. You know, we can only hope that we'll be able to do things like unique skin specific tattoos that you can switch in and out within multiple different metaverse platforms. So the fact that you've innovated that's a big deal, you know. That's major. You know, the fact that people can really express themselves, you know, and then express themselves wearing a Skeenee tattoo, both in real life and in the metaverse, is a big deal, you know. So that's like legit bragging rights, you know.
That's excellent.
Yeah. All right. Like it looks like you're itching to switch to your computer screen, right? So we could definitely do that.
Yeah. All right, so I can introduce. Well, yeah, no, I already told you what the piece was about. Basically, whale skeleton flying to the moon, and I don't know. Like I told you, I can just show you the whole process. So basically, going from a rough stage drawing to a cleaned up, putting the texture and animating a bit. But I'll just show bits of each stage, and then switch to the final version because it's going to take too much time to clean an entire piece. So let's see. I'm going to do that. All right. So that's basically the second stage after the rough drawing that I showed you before. It's like my second rough. That I can start cleaning it up if you want. So, well, I'll put my mic away.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, definitely. I think that people, you know, if this were like real life, people would pay like hundreds in order to watch Skeenee do his thing, you know. It's like this is a big deal. Shout out to the dolphins in the stream text channel right now, and the whale.
I should definitely do some dolphin skeleton just as a.
Oh man, they're a super rabid bunch, to say the least. So they'll go to the ends of the earth in order to support the whole thing, the whole vibe, you know.
All right, so basically, like, right, when I draw my first sketch, it's on one layer, so it's an entire piece. But in order to animate it, I have to break it down in several pieces. So it's a super tedious process. I first have to clean up you know what? I'm gonna show my hands because you don't care about my face. I think it's more Wait, I need it like that. That's how I've learned how to draw, man. Like by watching people, like people's hand moving on the paper. So I figured that
Wow.
would be interesting.
Wow.
But
So like just by eye. So you were like copying them by eye, and that's how you got as good as you
yeah,
are.
I'm just standing. I never had any formal art training, man. It's just I've watched people draw, and yeah, just by watching them, I think you learn a lot.
You know, it's crazy just by you saying that. You don't realize it yet, but in the future, many people are going to reference this video and say that they were inspired by the fact that you just said that. So that's pretty dope.
That's cool, man. But yeah, actually, well, I don't know if I can do some shameless promotion here. Don't know
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
can do it.
yeah. I
So
mean,
yeah,
like,
I am starting. Well, you know, I've got my social currency, right?
yeah, yeah.
And it's
I was actually going to
been
get to that. Yeah.
all right. Well, if you want to introduce that, I'll let you do it.
Oh no, no, no! I was gonna like later on. I was gonna mention that. I was gonna talk a little bit about Skull, but go ahead, please. Shill your
Well,
word.
basically, it's been like almost yeah. No, it's been next week. It's gonna be a year that I've released it, and for the 1 year release, I am completely revamping it. So basically, starting a new Discord. Shit, I'm bad at talking and drawing, man. It's terrible. Like normally I need to be in the zone to do that kind of shit, but yeah. So yeah, like one of the cornerstone of this Discord are gonna be my streams, man. And every day, I'm gonna stream everything I do, basically. Every single piece that I'm gonna create, you're gonna have the opportunity to see all stages of it. And the idea is to try to get as many artists to do the same, basically. Just to
Mm.
join the Discord, and I'll reward them Skull for doing so, basically. And I'll have different roles on my Discord. Like the first one, basically, yeah, I'm stealing a lot of ID from Whale Shark because he's been doing shit so well. To be fair, he stole a few IDs from me, so yeah.
Hey man, hey man. That's flattering. You know, that's flattering, and we appreciate the fact that you're willing to copy our model. You know, it's a testament to what's going on here. So shout out to
Nah,
you.
Whale Shark is awesome, man. He's been one of my first collector, and I always had a good feeling with him. So yeah, I mean, shout out to him. He's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to him. He's my guy. That's my guy right there.
Ooh.
So wait, let's keep the focus on Skull just for a little while longer.
Yeah.
So just for clarity's sake, for everyone listening, you're gonna also change the functionality of Skull. Is that right? Like you're gonna switch up the tiers because on roll, right? On try roll, that's another show, right? On try roll, I guess some of the incentives are gonna be switched up, right?
Yeah, completely, man. I'm gonna give. There's gonna be way more ways to get Skull. But basically, I'll have a dolphin-like role called Scully. Like a shout out to Mike NFT for no, not Mike NFT, shit. To Stefan for giving me the ID.
Hey,
Mike
hey.
Meister.
Yeah. Shout out. I mean, yeah, you said his name both ways. I mean, even though he would prefer if you said his real name, but yeah, shout out to him. He's here right now. He's here listening. You know.
I know he's a big cornerstone of what I'm doing as well, man. He's helping me a big deal, setting it all up. He's got a lot of experience in a lot of NFT related, crypto related things, and he's basically helping me set up my whole Discord.
Yeah,
the guy is awesome. He's a great help.
Yeah, he's a machine. He's a machine.
Yeah, and his mag is the shit. So you should all check what he's doing. Am I doing it right there? I don't know. Like joining and talking is really not my strong suit.
Yeah, it's like it takes a different muscle, right, in order to get into that flow.
Yeah, I'm usually when I draw, I'm completely in the zone. So Like you can talk to me, I don't even hear you, dude. So what were we talking about? I forgot, man. I'm on my
Oh,
line.
Skull. I mean, really, we were just picking your brain about your ideas and the concepts you want to introduce to Skull now that's been 1 year.
Right. So my whole idea is, well, I can't do both, man. I'm gonna switch back to my face. Right. Like this. So yeah, I want to create a platform that basically reward. All right, how to do this? Basically, like I never had any formal art training. Like everything that I've learned it because some people were nice enough to saw something in me and were kind enough to teach me. They thought that they saw that I really wanted to, that I was dedicated to my art and all of the generosity of the art, let's say. They just taught me, and I met a lot of people like that in my life, I mean. And they never asked me for anything apart from one day when I'll be in a position to do so, to pay it forward. So that's my whole idea behind the Scott Network, is to create a place for people that want to learn to be better artists to learn, and for artists to share what they know and get rewarded for it. And at the same time, I want to reward the community for basically pushing or helping me promote their art. That's just the big lines, but it would take a long time to explain it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I don't know. I will take the analogy that Will Shark always uses, like a virtuous cycle, basically. Like just artists helping people that want to grow, and at the same time, they'll become artists, help other people, and the community will be able to promote this art, get rewarded for promoting it, and I think at the end everybody wins. That's the general idea of it. But it's way more complicated than that. I got it all on paper, and I'm going to release a white paper soon. But yeah, that's the idea basically. So
No, that was actually a pretty good explanation. You know, it does sound complicated. You know, it sounds very thorough. It sounds like there's a future in it, and I agree. Especially coming from someone like you, I feel like it's necessary that since you're a leader in the space, that people do really follow your lead and really see how you cross your T's and dot your I's. You know, so it's a pretty big deal there.
yeah, I think I'm lucky to be in this position, so I'm gonna use it to make some positive change about stuff. That's what I want to do basically. All right, I'm gonna stop with this shit because I can talk and draw, but I can. The thing is, like, I got a different stage. I already cleaned this up, and at the end, it gives something. Well, I'm just gonna. So the first stage was setting up my line, and now, I juggle with so many different programs, man. My lines work well in one program. I paint better in another one. So I keep on switching program. That's a program called Sketchbook. And all right, so that's the first pass. It would look like something like that. And then I continue with this, or you want to talk?
No, yeah. But I mean, like throughout, just like we normally do, I will chime in from time to time, and there may be some questions from the audience too, just so you know.
All right. Do you want me to walk you through the process, or basically now I'm gonna shade it. That's what I'm doing. I got the line on one layer, and then the background that should be locked. So no, it's not locked. Yeah, not. And yeah, just gonna first do just the first pass with my where the shadow will be. Then I'm gonna build them up. You can talk right now.
Oh, dude.
I told you that it's. I should get used to it because I'm gonna do way more of those streams. So yeah, it's good trading for me. Just
I do want to give people an opportunity to absorb what you're doing too. So We could, everyone who's watching, please take a moment to really look at the detail and the use of color here.
Actually, the color I'm gonna like the style that I'm developing is only I've got very rigid rules for this style. Like I can only use 3 colors and no shading. So I have to use something called half-tone shading. I don't know if any. I'll show. That's the next stage basically. So, but my first stage is to just shade it normally, basically like I would usually do, and then I'll pass it as a bitmap to construct a half-tone shading layer. I don't know. I'm sure I'm speaking Chinese for what Chinese? I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
I'm speaking gibberish for most people. But
yeah. I mean, I was actually gonna say for someone who's self-taught, you do use a lot of terminology that sounds like you were trained at like a 4-year like art college or something, you know. So like halftone shaders, you know, passes, bitmap, you know. But that's all. This is all legit, right?
I like my craft, man, and I've been working in the creative field for almost 20 years. Man, I've been an animator, I've a designer. I've done a lot of shit. So even though I didn't have a formal training, I've learned. I've learned by doing basically, which I think is more efficient in a way. And that's so dark. So basically, I'm painting every single piece of the body separately, so I can afterwards animate them. So you see everything's on a different layer. And I gotta strengthen this a bit. All right. I don't know how much time I have actually, so maybe I should switch to the next stage.
No. You're good. Please don't feel rushed. Do your thing. Right. I got you. It's cool. Awesome. I think that this is interesting to watch. Just again, for everyone who's listening, right now and also in the future, anytime I go silent, it's not because I have nothing to say. It's more a matter of me looking at the detail and the process and wanting you to absorb that along with me. So again, if you can see what's going on right now, Skeenee is adding this really awesome, I think it's like fuchsia magenta color with halftone details, right, to the ribs and the spinal cord.
I think I'm gonna switch to the finished shading so you guys can see where I'm going with this. No?
I mean, this is fun. I mean, it's like some cool ASMR, you know. Skeenee being a YouTube ASMRist.
Man, I've learned so much by watching YouTube videos as well, man. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, everything that I know, I'm telling you, like, I've never been to art school or anything. And everything that I know is either people that have been nice enough to show me how to draw, or videos, man, that I found on YouTube. Or there's this awesome guy called Mike Matesi that I've learned. He's got a website basically where he just does video like that, just drawing, talking, and explaining what he does, man. And fuck, just showing his hand, move on the paper, like changed my. Wow, I've learned so much thing from him. It's insane. Just watching his hand move on the paper. Like, if anybody want to learn how to draw, that's why I'm putting my camera like this. It's like that. I'd suggest them just watch hands move and get the feeling of this. It's I don't know. I guess you learn so much by watching. I'm being a bit sloppy there, but fuck it.
No, we can't, dude. We can't tell because actually, after you just said that about your hands, we're watching your hands in a way like it's like effortless, you know, like how you just like flicking the pen on the screen and you're getting all these angles, you know.
That's a cool thing about muscle memory, man. It took me years to develop that, but now I mean, it was so difficult and painful at the beginning. It took me, I don't know, so many years to get this. But once you have it, you just don't need to think. Like when I draw, I zone out, man. I'm just watching my paper and my hands do the work. It's really, yeah. When you reach that level, it becomes, oops, well, that's fucked up. It becomes second nature, really.
Mm. To touch briefly on Skull again, Easy in Crypto would like to know: will there be LP rewards in relation to
Yeah,
Skull token? Because he's interested in adding liquidity.
there's gonna be a lot of LP rewards actually. The first level is gonna be akin to the dolphin level. Basically, like you're just gonna need to hold a certain amount of skull in your wallet. And I gotta give a shout out to the NFT 42 crew for that. And they made a bot, a Discord bot that's awesome. Basically, you link your Discord. Well, I'll put my face back on. you wait, where am I? What can like basically you link your Discord account to your wallet, and every day it checks the amount of skull that's on your wallet or the amount of skull LP that you have. So that allows me to automatically assign role to people that have skull or skull on the Uniswap pool. And the first level will cost. It's going to be quite low, man. I want people to be able to afford it. So it's going to be, I think, something like 500 skull to start with. And that's going to give you access to my stream, to extra contests, to drops, and a lot more things actually. But I mean, that's info that I will reveal later. And then, in order to become a skull partner, you will need to have, I think, the equivalent of one ETH in liquidity. So half in skull, half in ETH. And that will open up the staking rewards that I'm currently already giving, and a lot of other rewards. And then I'm gonna have a collector reward that will need a collector role. I mean, that will require more skull to be pulled on the Uniswap pool, and a patron role that's gonna be out of price for people that really wanna promote role. Promote what am I saying? Promote skull. And that role, maybe I shouldn't say that right now, but that's a new concept that I'm coming with. The patron role will give those people access. The reward will be that every month I'm gonna make a total of my NFT sales, and the patron will get 5% of everything that I've won. Basically, that's the ultimate rewards, basically.
That's major. That's never been done before. So
I don't think so. Trying to come with cool ideas.
dude, again, you're an innovator. You're a pioneer. You're like breaking, like this is new. This is new territory.
Yeah, that's my curse, man. I got too many fucking ideas and I never have the time to do them all. but yeah, so I don't know. I thought it would be a good motivator for people that really believe in what I do. All right, so I'm just gonna
Sure. Yeah, we could
switch to I'm gonna switch to the finished piece. Basically, what I'm waiting for Photoshop to load because that motherfucker always takes so long.
Yeah. So just so you know, in previous live arts creation sessions, Photoshop and Illustrator have been like everyone's like pain, when it comes to loading up or like refreshing their computers and stuff like that. Aside from Sketchbook, would you say that Illustrator and Photoshop are like your go-to programs, or is there like another secret?
I don't really use I use Illustrator, but well, I don't really do vector art that much. Like I prefer because you need to play with vertices, and it's very it's a natural flow for me. Like I like to just draw with my hand. So when I use Illustrator, it's just to transform an art that I've drawn by hand into vectors, and then I modify it and clean it up. But my go-to program Photoshop is unavoidable, man. I'm not a fan of Adobe at all, but there's nobody that does what Photoshop does. It's like I've tried everything, and no, you have to use Photoshop. This is the way it is. And yeah, as I said, I really like shading with Sketchbook and drawing my line with Leonardo. So I jump from Leonardo to Sketchbook, back to Photoshop. It's a whole it's a crazy process, man. But I could do everything that I do with Photoshop. It's just I prefer the feel of the program. So yeah, all right. So I choose another color for that one. That's the finished, the shaded piece, basically. And now I'm gonna go through a crazy process to transform it into half-tone shading. So actually, this is the most tedious part of my work. It takes me, I don't know, hours to do it, and it's just the most boring process. But I haven't found anything that does it easily. So right. So what I want to do basically here, I got three layer. I got no, wrong. Shit. So that's my the upper part of my skull. Got the lines, the shading, and the background. And what I want to do is transform this background. Like right now, it's different tones of purple, but like to respect the style that I'm trying to emulate, I cannot use different tones. I have to use plain color. So I'm gonna transform it into into bitmap. I know. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. So if there's an artist watching me, just give me a tip later on how to do it best. I should talk to Cody because I see he use that a lot in his art as well.
Shout out to Colby.
Yeah, Cody is a total OG, man. I really like what he does. Alright. No, right. That's basically half-tone shading. It's like the shading is created by little dots of different size, and I basically reconstruct my whole composition, my whole well, let's call it composition, my whole composition this way. And I'm not gonna go through all the process because it's a pain in the ass, but at the end it gives you something like this. And on that, I'm gonna transform that with I'm gonna add colors to it basically. Like I only use 3 color in the whole piece, which is I basically before doing a piece, I always reference a lot of things. So I try to find a piece that I like that I want to try to emulate. And like in this case, I watch tons of whale videos, like whale pictures, and yeah, I just take a day usually to just get the feeling of the piece that I want to do. And like the color scheme that I really liked was from a fanzine. I'm gonna try to put it here. Ah, shit. Yeah, well, that's the color scheme I'm going with, basically. Like purple and well, this magenta, one magenta and a dark blue and a light blue.
That looks dope.
So that's a dope piece, man. I really like it. And right, so that's the skeleton with the color applied and the half-tone shading applied on the whole body. So that's going to be basically one of the elements of my upcoming piece. There's going to be, well, I don't want to develop too much, but there's going to be loads of whale skeleton that are designed the same way on a background that's also has that feel. Once I get that, the next step is animation, man. That's where the really tedious process comes into play. Well, try to do a proper transition. I need to load Animate, which is another Adobe program that's heavy as fuck and takes a long time to load. So
Yo, I know, man. It's like,
I'm just gonna drink from my beer and wait for it to load.
yeah, toast to you and toast to Adobe. Right? Yeah,
Man,
it's
Adobe, they're so buggy and so heavy. It's yeah.
yeah. So I actually just upgraded my laptop, so I'm actually able to handle it. But before though, oh my god, my computer it just felt like it was gonna melt and die. You know,
Yeah,
every
man.
time
Like I have a good computer, and I don't know, it crashes all the time. I mean, like when I export my final piece, I go fucking crazy. I mean, it takes me half a day to export it because it crashes. There's not enough memory. It's just that's a price to pay for, I guess. Okay, so let's see. Where's my main screen? Right. And here we go. All right. So that's animate. Animate is again super annoying and heavy program, but it does something that I haven't found any program that does it. But basically, it allows you to transform a drawing into a symbol. That's a symbol. But you can basically the symbol that's on a timeline. So you get a timeline here at the bottom, and you can change the properties of its symbol. So you can change its size. You can rotate it. You can skew it, and you can change its alpha. So you can do all that. Basically, let's say take first position here, make it large. Then I go further on my timeline. Let's say I want it here. Now we're gonna like pretend that it's moving away. So make it smaller. Then I click and the magic happens. Basically, it creates what we call a twin that connects the two positions. Right, let me build it up, man. It's coming. So I can also put that twin on a motion guide to give it a bit of an arc. It's not following it, of course. That bastard. Stay on the line. All right, so now it's following the line. The amazing thing about it is that you can nest symbols and timeline within symbols. So I got my main symbols that's following this translation, and if I double click on it, do you remember that when I build my whale, I build it in different parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all those parts are basically on a different layer here, and I can also apply translation on it. So I got one pose here. Let's say we want to create another pose. Make it open his mouth. I'm gonna make okay. This animation is gonna make absolutely no sense. It's just to show you the possibilities, and then I'll do something that makes more sense. So I'm just gonna change the position of the body. Shit. Alright, maybe change the hand a little bit. Then I apply the twin. And it's just gonna make a movement. And alright, it's a process that takes a long time basically. Like you really need to fine tune every little movement. You can also make things go faster, like here, basically at this point. Like now I'm showing, basically it's an overlay that shows all the different stages of the animation. Like they're all at the same interval, so it's boring. It looks very robotic. I can choose to bring some closer or to push them away. Total silence here.
No, dude, this is trippy, man. This is like so trippy, and everyone else kind of feels the same way too. So we're watching and absorbing. Yeah, exactly. So Easy and Crypto just said that this is totally mesmerizing. So I agree.
So now, like it's just doing a little bit of a crappy movement. Yeah. So that was just to show you how to do it. But I actually created a few key poses. Key poses is basically the main pose that I want the animation to go through. So you cannot let a computer do too much because it's very robotic. So you need to create main poses and in between poses. to help him, to guide him a little bit. So I created those poses here. It's just a little bit of a. It's not going to be very polished, I want you, because it takes me several hours to do this thing well. But right. So those would be all the poses of a bit of a swimming cycle. And I'll go back to my main timeline. See, like now it's just boring. It's moving without doing anything. But since I have a timeline within this timeline, I can activate and loop the animation that's hidden within this timeline. So now,
Oh wow! Oh,
it's gonna be moving. But yeah, it's moving way too much. It's choppy, makes no sense. So I have to go back. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go back inside and just work the timing a little bit to give it more like real, well, more lively, realistic swim cycle. Tell me if I'm taking too much time, and I can speed shit up if you need me to.
Skeenee, you're doing just fine, my friend. It's cool. You're with the whale fam right now. No one's complaining. We're all just vibing out, my brother.
So you see, like, he was very choppy before. Thanks, man. He was very choppy before, and now it's gonna go
No.
more realistically,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yep.
I'm getting dry. I need to drink.
would you say, just a side note, would you say that you're more creative when like you're sober, or when you have like something like alcohol, or like any other kind
Nah,
of
man,
thing?
I can do it on any state. The problem is like I do so many things right now at the same time that I need to keep my head super straight, or else I don't manage, man. I'm micromanaging so many things that I know I need to be sober. But yeah, I mean, come on, I'm talking with you guys. It's what 11 here, so I'm having a few drinks. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That's cool. We're just chilling, vibing.
So
Well, I mean, aside from that though, do you tend to work in silence, or do you tend to work with like music playing?
it depends, man. Like I liked it. It depends what I do, man. When I'm painting, for example, it's just so mechanical that I don't need to think about anything. I can just put any music and blah 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 blah. I paint and it's fine. But when I'm doing line, for example, I need complete silence. Like any distraction will get me out of the zone, and I won't be able to do line as crisp as I would do without being sober. Same thing with animation, man. All right, now I'm really showing you. This is super basic, man. Basically, that's what I would build upon. Well, I would build an animation upon. Like I would start with that, and then I would fine tune every little moment. Like the arm would start, like initiate the movement, then the column would go, and I would just really change a little frame here and there. And in order to do that, I need to keep track of all the changes that I made on all the different changes, like states of the animation. And if I don't concentrate or I have a drink too much, forget it. It becomes a complete mess. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
But yeah, it just gives you the. I hate that. Sorry, just pissing me off. It needs to be like that.
Yeah, yo. So you see, like, even someone as skilled as Skeenee, they have high standards even for themselves. Like while we're mesmerized by this, we like this. He's like, no, he feel like he can go even further, go even farther, even with just an example.
Man, that's one of my biggest problems. Like I can never let it go. I only see what doesn't work in my art, and sometimes it's just details that only I can see, man. And I spend sometimes days just fixing shit that nobody's ever gonna see, and it drives my wife insane. Actually, she's like, come on, what the fuck, man? Let it go. It was good 3 days ago. Stop the shit. It's like, okay, you're right. I drop it.
Yeah, that seems to be something that actually many artists bring up. It's like, when do you know when it's over? Or more like, I wouldn't even say that. It's more like, is it that you want it to be over, or is it that it can go even further than this? There's something in you that's like you're 100%, it's higher.
the thing is like, man, like it can always be better. That's the thing. Like if you don't put a limit to your creation, you will never stop. And me, I try to stick to like before I start a project, I give myself an amount of days that I can spend on the project, and sometimes I go a day over, but when I see that I'm going way over my time budget, I just like, okay, dude, you're fucking up. You need to stop now, and I let it go. But then when I release an NFT, I never know if people are gonna like it. I always like, oh shit, man, what am I doing? Is this thing good? They're not gonna like this, man. But yeah, I just have to force myself to let it go and just show it to people, and then yeah, that's it.
That's real, right? It can get to a point where you may actually mess it up if you go too far, right? Then it's like a balance.
Well. Yeah, it's good to have people that watch what you're doing actually, and I have the chance that my wife, well, I've been together for almost 20 years now, and she knows me, and she's got a good eye for artistic things. And I usually show her what I do, and she's like, "Dude, no, nah, that's shit. Like you pushed it too far, man. It was good like yesterday, now that's too much." So I usually run things through her to get because she's a ruthless critic of my art. She doesn't try to sugarcoat it. She just tells me how it is. So that's a good help. But
yeah, is she an artist as well, or?
No, she's an English teacher, but she always had a good eye for art, man. I don't know. I don't know why she didn't pursue that path, but because she has it. I mean, she likes interior design and that kind of thing, but she knows aesthetic rules basically, and it's also good to have somebody that's not completely immersed in your field that gives you his or her point of view, because it's. I don't know. Like most people, when they see my creation, they don't know what I'm doing. They don't know the specifics, and it's good to have the opinion of people that don't know too much what I'm doing. As I said, like the things I'm correcting are like, oh shit, like the little bit of this arm should like start 2 frames before where it started now, and it's like, who's gonna see that? Nobody. It's just for my personal satisfaction that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So
hey, super random. Before we go back to the screen, one of our members, his name is Puffin. He would like to know if the skeleton behind you
Puffin
to the right.
is my man. Come on, like Puffin is like one of my main associates. What is he? He's trying to mess with me, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh,
so what do you want, man?
He wants to know if the skeleton behind you has a name.
Yeah, it's Jack, man. I told that already. My daughter called him Jack because I think she watches too much. Was it Nightmare Before Christmas? So yeah, it's Jack. He's a bastard. Don't listen to what he says.
That's cool.
But yeah, I'm pretty much done with the thing I wanted to show you guys, because I don't know, showing more with it's just gonna take so much more time. So
I understand, man. You have things you got to do. You have an entire social token that you have to relaunch and remarket for 1 year anniversary. You have the Skull Academy that now all these people are super hyped about. So I get it. You don't want to hang out with us. I get it.
Come on, I come here whenever you want, man. Invite me, I'll be there. But well, I'm launching and I got so many projects on my plate, man. You have no idea. But that's something that could be cool that I could show maybe another time. It's like I have this old bird series that I did, like classical bird. That's something I started years ago, and I sold one last week. And doing another series, but completely digital, animated as well, called like super cute little bird, and it's gonna be in collaboration with Meta Factory. So basically, every NFT that you will buy, like the owner of this NFT. Well, any NFT will basically be a T-shirt design, and the owner of the NFT will get a share of the sale of the profit of the sale of the T-shirts. So basically, a new concept that it's not new. Like Rare Designer did it already, but I thought it was a cool thing to do. So basically, if you own the NFT, you're gonna own a share of the sales of the T-shirt. And I could come and present that one day.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we would love to have you. You know. Oh, by the way, Magmaster would like to know if you let your hair grow out from time to time.
Dude, I'm bold as fuck if I let my hair grow. No, I look like a rapist. Seriously, no, no, no.
No,
Like
no,
it's just like
no.
no, they're better short. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah,
no, I used to bleach my hair like of crazy colors when I was younger, and it completely screwed my. Anyway, who needs hair, man? This is easier. I don't need to take care of it.
yeah. I agree, man. On that note, who needs hair when you have your skull? You know. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's it.
So everyone in the whale community, on behalf of them, I would like to thank you, Skeenee, from coming through,
Thanks for having
showing
me.
us some love, showing us some great artwork, and thank you for participating in the NFT mining initiative. It was fun, man.
No, it's an honor to be like. I mean, it's awesome. Whale shark rocks, and I'm more than happy to create pieces for whale, man.
Yeah.
But now I
Do
have to
you
finish this one. That's gonna take me a few more days, and it's gonna be ready, hopefully.
do you have any final words for the community here?
I don't know. Bicycle. No, thanks a lot, guys. I mean, it was awesome to have me here, and I'll try to be more involved in the whale community as well.
Sure
So
thing, man.
I gotta buy myself a shark. Well, actually, I'm gonna do that now. I got some whale
Hey,
right there. I'm gonna shark up. So I got
yeah,
all the rope.
that's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, mate. I mean, oh wait, what did I do? Did I kill the stream?
Oh, yeah, you could just
No,
you
no.
can
I
finish
thought
it.
I thought I fat clicked the button, but no, it's okay. All right, thanks a lot, mate. And well, you rock, guys.
Yeah, thank you, my brother.